Then turning to the woman who sat close by, he exclaimed, "O Fatima, my daughter, and Sophia, my aunt, for work you both that which procure you acceptance with the Lord, for verily I have no power to save you in any wise." He then rose and re-entered the house of Aisha. The death of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. After this, the Prophet never appeared at public prayers. A few hours after he returned from the mosque, the Prophet died while laying his head on the bosom of Aisha. As soon as the Prophet's death was announced, a crowd of people gathered at the door of the house of Aisha, exclaiming, "How can our messenger be dead?" Umar said, "No, he is not dead. He will be restored to us. And those are traitors to the cause of Allah, to the cause of Islam, who say he is dead. If they say so, let them be cut in pieces." But Abu Bakr entered the house at this moment, and after he had touched the body of the Prophet with a demonstration of profound affection, he appeared at the door and addressed the crowd with the following speech: "O Muslims, if any one of you has been worshipping Muhammad, then let me tell you that Muhammad is dead. But if you really do worship Allah, then know that Allah is living and will never die. Do you forget the verse in the Quran? Muhammad is not more than a messenger, and indeed many messengers have passed away before him. If he dies or is killed, will you then turn your back on your heels as disbelievers? And he who turns back on his heels, not the least harm will he do to Allah, and Allah will give reward to those who are grateful." Upon hearing the speech of Abu Bakr, Umar acknowledged his error, and the crowd was satisfied and dispersed. Al-Abbas, the Prophet's uncle, presided at the preparation for the burial, and the body was duly washed and perfumed. There was some dispute between the Quraysh and the Ansars as to the place of burial. However, Abu Bakr settled the dispute by affirming that he had heard the Prophet say that a prophet should be buried at the very spot where he died, and grave was accordingly dug in the ground within the house of Aisha and under the bed on which the Prophet died. In this grave the body was buried, and the usual rites were performed by those who were present. Thus ended the glorious life of the Prophet Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him.